So there are times where I'm just going to say I'm wrong. And I think that when you're talking about sports is one of the most important things, especially when you are in what I'm going to say is the takes business. When you say something wrong or you make a wrong call, I think it's fair to just admit that you were wrong and take whatever ridicule you want to get. And all I'm going to say is that Russell Westbrook is... he's back. He's back. And he is not at his best, but he's him and MPJ, maybe the 2A, 2B. Obviously, Nikola Jokic is there for the Nuggets. And you know the way they said, what is it? Like, people are like, oh, everybody thinks that they can fix Russell Westbrook, but nobody can. And I think I said that at the start of the year, and I'm like, teams think they can fix him. At this stage, it doesn't make any difference. No one can fix Russell Westbrook. I mean, Nikola Jokic could. Nikola Jokic could. And this is a Denver Nuggets team that are still in the hunt for a top 3 seed, maybe, in the West. Like, right now, they're the 4th seeds, but they're not that far off the Denver Nuggets. They're a game and a half off, and they're only 3 games off the Houston Rockets. So they could, if they get hot, they could very well be a top 2 seed in the West. And if they're a top 2 seed in the West, Nikola Jokic is like putting up video game numbers, and people don't care anymore. And people actually don't care anymore about Jokic. The man is putting up basically 32, 13, and 10. Like, if you round up 9.9 to 10, he's literally averaging a 31, 13 rebound triple-double. And in his yesterday, he had 35 points on 14 and 21 from the field, 12 rebounds and 15 assists, and it's just, Like, he is ridiculous. But also, another player that stepped up big time yesterday, I'll go and get the box score here, was Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook, and another time where there is multiple triple-doubles. But Russell Westbrook coming in as a starter, 8 of 17 from the field. He had 25 points. Like, he had 25 points in the game. He had 11 rebounds and 10 assists. And Russ is getting better and better and better as the season's going on. 12.9 points, 5 rebounds, 6.8 assists. He's not an all-star anymore. And this is one of those things that I will say with these Warriors team or these Nuggets teams is like, there's never been a floor raiser, I feel like, Nikola Jokic. Like, what he's turned Christian Brown into. Like, I like MPJ, but I don't think MPJ is as good at another team because he's not going to get as many open shots as he would with Nikola Jokic. And I have so much respect for Russ. Like, look, I think Russ in his peak was probably almost a detriment to winning. Like, I never rated Russ in my, like, when he was even winning MVPs, I was always making the argument. I was like, is he better than Kyrie? Like, I wasn't even sure at the time if he was, like, more, if you would win more with Russ than you would with John Wall. I always thought he was a floor raiser, as in you could give him a team that would win 20 games and he could go and win you 40 games at his peak. Like, that's what I always thought about Russ. But I'm like, now at this stage in his career, this is the best team he's been on. This is the only contending team he's been on since KD was there. He's never had a chance anywhere else he was. Let's be real. He's never had a shot. But you're now looking at him at 36 years old, and he still plays every game like it's his last game. And that's one thing. Even when I was not a Russell Westbrook fan, you could never question the effort. You could never, ever, ever question the effort. But like Russ's last 3 games, 26 points, 19 points, 25 points, 50% shooting in all bar 1, and also shooting a half decent percentage from 3. Like, it's not like he's doing anything crazy, but he's becoming the second best player on this team before our eyes. Maybe if you want to put MPJ there, maybe the third best. But I'm like, I just don't trust Jamal Murray. Like, I get it. Jamal Murray's averaging 19 points a game. I just don't trust his injuries. Like, I just don't. I do not trust Jamal Murray. I think his contract's bad. I think it was giving him the max in hindsight is a horrible decision. You had to do it, obviously. But I do think in hindsight matters in these situations. And in hindsight, it was a horrible decision to give him a max. Either way, though, like, Russ is stepping up. And Russ is becoming, again, in front of our eyes, one of the better. Like, I thought if he was coming off the bench, Like, he was my prediction for sixth man of the year at one stage. And now that he's become a starter, he's hooping. He's absolutely hooping. And it's funny, though. Jokic has also now he's overtaken Russell Westbrook in triple-double win percentage. Like, Russ had the highest triple-double win percentage for a while. But, yeah, obviously, since then, it has now been Nikola Jokic. But I gotta say, what Russ has done this season has impressed me a lot. It really has. Like, I know he was good at times with the Clippers, but I was looking at him for the Clippers and I'm like, man, he's good when PG and Harden and Kawhi are down. Like, when it's him by himself, yeah, he's a hell of a player. He's always been able to do that. Even now, he can still be the number one option on a bad team, be a floor raiser. And the fact is that he is the number 4 option on the Nuggets, and he's still really, really, really going hard, and he's been a positive for them. And I think if they don't have Russell Westbrook, this team is probably not in the play. This team's probably in the play-in. Like, right now, they're basically as close to the 2 seed as they are to being out of the playoffs and into the play-in. And I think that if they don't have Russell Westbrook, they're probably down in the play-in. So Russ, like, look, first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't think anyone's going to question that. Obviously, an MVP at his peak. And look, I was not a Russell Westbrook fan at his peak. This version of Russell Westbrook later on in his career, and the fact that he's still going as hard as he is at 36, and look, everyone thought Russell Westbrook was going to be gone in 2022. With what Russell Westbrook, how he was playing in LA, I think everyone thought his career was done. Then he went to the Clippers, and in fairness to him, I thought he was pretty damn good at the Clippers, especially that first season where he carried them in the playoffs. But yeah, I think this version is still one of the it's still one of the craziest things when it comes to Russ, where it's like he's managed to, every time people thought, you know what, he's done, we're counting him out, he's actually come back and done something. Whether it be, it's not Russell Westbrook at his peak, but like we've had multiple games where we've had double, triple doubles for the Nuggets, and in those games they tend to be winning, and Russ is playing more efficient. And yeah, I'm happy for the guy because the effort was always there. The IQ maybe hasn't been at times in his career, or the shot selection at least, but still a very, very impressive couple of games and a very impressive season given the circumstances for Russell Westbrook. But anyway, I'll see you guys.